and welcome to vlog 2 of my summer trip series thing, I guess I'm calling this now. I wanted to do a quick little recap slash explanation of the clips that you are about to see because there's kind of a big jump between the end of the last vlog and this one. If you haven't watched vlog 1 from the trip, definitely pause this, go watch it, come back. So this vlog is our first couple of outings in Japan since my sister and the kids and I landed. We went to Mount Takao, and that was not one of the things that was on my extremely loose itinerary of things to do, which makes sense. I had no idea where exactly we were going to be before getting there. I knew we were going to be in West Tokyo, but I didn't know exactly where, so it was really hard to look up and pick out things that I wanted to do because I had no idea, are they going to be super far away or are they going to be close and easy to get to? I have no idea. So I was really trusting my sister and her husband with their suggestions of things that we could do that the kids could also do, or that would be not too far so that one person could stay home with the kids and then the other could take me out to go do those things, you know what I mean? So Mount Takao was one of those things, and it was definitely very nice. It was a good first day trip. It was great to get out of the house finally and just be in nature and see things and do things, but it was very toasty. I mean, every day was super toasty, but oh my god. But for me personally, I was just still having a hard time with my vertigo situation and just not feeling 100% right, and then trying to hike up a mountain was a very strenuous first activity, but I enjoyed it. I did have a good day, so I'm very glad that we went. A lot of going up the mountain was in the shade, which was so nice, and there was a lot of places to sit down and take breaks, get water, food, which oh my gosh, absolutely we needed and took advantage of. Doing this in the summer was brutal. I feel it would be really pretty to do it when it's cooler, maybe in the fall or early spring, something like that. But yeah, there was a lot of water, benches, food to take breaks and catch your breath before continuing on up to the very top. And there's a lot to see on the way up as well. Lots of little shrines and views of the city from parts of the mountain and things like that. So I tried to film as much of that as possible and take as many pictures as possible because hello, why wouldn't I? There were also a lot of different trails I think that you could do to go up and come down, but we obviously had 2 little kids with us, so we had to do the easier ones. Not that I wanted to do the hard ones because again, it was a million degrees, but I think there were trails that you could go and you could walk from the base of the mountain up all the way, but we chose to do the rail car and the little ski lift thing to go up, so we skipped a decent portion of part of that climb. This was the only day that I did try to vlog in real time, and that was only because I was by myself and my sister and her husband were on a different part of the mountain at the time, so I was okay, let me try and just do it. But this is the only clips, so you're gonna get a lot of this for the rest of the vlogs. So, oh, am I even in focus? I don't know. This is not my angle and I don't care. I'm really tired, but we're at the top of Mount Takao, finally. It took, actually I don't know how long, maybe like a couple hours, something like that. Obviously, got the kids here. They got little legs. Vlogging in public is awkward. But I'm proud of myself. I'm still very, very dizzy and I don't know why, and it's really frustrating, but I did it slowly. A lot of the trails are super shaded, so that was really helpful because being in the sun is brutal. I forget if I said this, but it's like 90 degrees today here and also humid, so I took advantage of the shade as much as I possibly could. So yeah, we're just kind of hanging out at the top and then we're gonna work our way back down and go home and relax because it's been a long day, long hot day, but it's a good breeze, so yay. My first outing. We are headed back down the mountain. This is so much easier than going up, obviously. It's still nice and shaded and I'm not in focus, but that's okay. Whew. It's been a long day, but I'm glad to have gotten out of the house. Hello, can this please focus? What's happening? There we go. I think. Actually, no. Oh man. There's a big hill actually that we have to go back up. Never mind. Hello again, I hope you enjoy the clips from Mount Takao. Again, if you are going to Tokyo and you're looking for something a little bit more naturey, I would highly recommend that as something to do, but maybe not in the summer when it's like 8 million degrees. Unless you don't care about being really sweaty and gross, then absolutely go for it. But now you're about to see our big night out to Shinjuku and Shin Okubo, aka Koreatown in Tokyo, and making it sound a lot more exciting than it actually is. I have been to both those places a couple of times when I was on my study abroad. We went through Shinjuku a lot on my study abroad, just because a lot of the stuff that we were doing was kind of near that area. And then I went to Shin Okubo with my sister and her husband a couple times last time I was there. But I wanted to go back again because obviously there's a lot to do there. It's a very touristy area and I had a lot of souvenirs that I was trying to get, and I figured I could probably find a lot of what I was looking for in those two areas, and I did do that. So love that for me. This outing was just my sister's husband and I. We went out around like 4 p.m. ish, so it wasn't as brutally hot as it would have been had we gone out earlier in the day, because obviously the sun's starting to go down, I think around like 6 p.m., which is roughly when we were kind of walking around Shinjuku, like after the train ride and everything. So that was nice. Obviously it was still like really humid and you got sweaty immediately, but that was just every day in Tokyo. So I'll try and stop saying that, because that was the everyday experience. Like, it's summer in Tokyo. Like, hello. I genuinely forgot how chaotic and crazy Shinjuku Station was and how big it was. Like, I was so overwhelmed and just like really trying so hard not to lose my sister's husband, because he was like running, and at this point I'm still dizzy and like trying not to fall over, and he's like running around, and I'm like, oh my god, no, like, come back. So that was fun. But we went to a bookstore for him first, and then we walked around a little bit, saw the 3D cat billboard thing, which was one of my things that I wanted to do. It was not as like big or exciting as I thought it was going to be, but I still took like a 2-minute video of it and was really excited when we found it. So there's that. And then we were gonna walk around and just do some meandering through stores and stuff like that, but it was dinner time-ish at the time that we were there, so we just jumped ship and decided to get on the train and go one stop down to Shin Okubo, Koreatown, and go to Korean barbecue, because that's what I was wanting for dinner. So we got there, and I remembered that very vividly because, like I said, we'd been there a few times. I went into so many of the stores last time, but this time I was really just, you know, there for the food and then like one store. But as we were walking around when we first got there and we were walking past some of the K-pop stores, Railway was playing very, very, very loudly in one of the stores, and I had to explain to my sister's husband why I thought that was funny, which was a time. Love that song, love you, Chan, but like a little embarrassing. Anyway, so we just walked around and we went down a few like little side streets and stuff trying to find a good K-barbecue option, and we were looking for a place that just kind of had like a set menu. We didn't really know what we were doing. Like, my sister's husband doesn't go to Shin Okubo very much, so we just kind of browsed and we were like, okay, this place looks good, so here we are. I don't remember the name of the restaurant. It's kind of on the tip of my tongue, but I don't remember. I know part of the name had like flavor in it, like the Korean word for flavor, but I don't remember exactly what it is. I could probably find it. It was pretty good. I had trouble with eating, not because I wasn't enjoying the food or I didn't like it. It was really just at that point I was still having a hard time with eating a normal amount of food. So I got full really quickly and I was trying not to waste stuff. They had orange juice on the menu as an option for a drink, which I thought was kind of funny, but I ended up ordering it anyway. And one of my favorite pictures from the trip came out of this night. It was a nice little, you know, energy boost for all of the walking around that we were going to do afterwards. So once we finished at K-barbecue, we went into a Korean grocery store for a little bit to get a few things that my sister had requested. And then I wanted to go into one of the many K-pop stores that they had there to get a little something for my friend and I, because I needed to get us something matching. And I did get that, and you will see it later in my haul video of all my souvenirs and stuff that I bought. But that was honestly kind of it for Shin Okubo. Like, I didn't really feel the need to like browse in all the stores or like buy a bunch of things. I did that last time I was there when I was a lot more into K-pop than I am currently now, so just getting that one little thing from my friend and I was enough for me. So then we walked to the Godzilla head next. One of my friends very much loves Godzilla, and I promised him that I would go and see the Godzilla head. I would get pictures of it for him, and then I did end up getting a little souvenir of something Godzilla for him as well. But it was kind of cool, I guess. Like, they have a whole, it's like Godzilla Road or Godzilla Street or something like that. They've got a whole sign for it. It's like blocked off so cars can't drive down it, and you can just like look at it, take pictures, whatever. It was definitely a very, very popular area. So then we did a lot of the souvenir shopping. This is stuff that obviously I did not film because it was just so chaotic. But we went into Don Quixote, which I think was right on the end of the Godzilla Street, or it was like just past the intersection. I don't really remember. But I got so much stuff here, like all on the first floor. Like basically everything that I was looking for was all right there. It was just so chaotic and so busy and so tiny. There were so many people there, and it was so hot in there and so sweaty and gross. But I got such a good selection of things, which again, you will see in my haul video later. So after I finished spending a bunch of money in Donki on souvenirs for my friends and family and a few things for myself, my sister's husband and I just kind of walked around a little bit, and I took clips of anything that I thought looked interesting, which is what you're watching right now. But then we decided to go to the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building as a last little outing for the night because it was getting kind of late and we wanted to make sure that we got back before the last bus to the apartment ran, so we didn't miss it. This was actually the first little outing that I did in 2018 when I went to Japan for my study abroad / to visit my sister and her husband. They actually used to live kind of really close by to it, so it was kind of cool to go back to that area because I remembered some of the stuff, and obviously going up to the top again to see the 360 of the city was really cool. So it is free to go up there, you don't have to pay anything, and they have a little cafe at the top and some souvenirs and stuff that you can browse and purchase while you're there if you are interested in that, which I very much was. I got postcards for my friends and family there, and I had my eye on a few of the other souvenirs, but I didn't end up buying them because I wanted to test out my debit card and see if it would work without getting shut off, because I am not in the US, and I had enough yen left in my wallet to purchase the postcards if my card didn't work, but I did not have enough to get anything else outside of those things, so I didn't want to risk it and then have to like put things back. So I tested out my debit card and it did in fact work, which was really great, but also very, very dangerous because that meant I could go crazy, go stupid everywhere else, and I could just use my card for whatever I wanted, which means I didn't have to get money out, but I did end up doing that later. I think we spent about 45-ish minutes up there. I spent so much time browsing all of the different souvenirs that they had. It was kind of crazy, and getting down took a really long time, but once we got out of there, finally, we found that they were doing a light show on the back of the building, so we decided, okay, we're gonna sit for like 5 minutes and then we're gonna go to the train station. So that is what we did, and that is the last thing that we did in Shinjuku before heading back to the train station and going home.